Hey everybody, I'm your man Dennis Pitzenberger here, Power Auto Media PRI, with my man Nolan Jamora from Isky Cams, and we got to talk about something that has evolved, and that is lifters in a cam package. Now, the days of that solid lifter and that 302 that everybody had in their 69Z28 are long gone. I'm sure you can still sell them a set, but let's talk about a little bit in the technology that you guys are unveiling and have been unveiling for a few years, and what you got cooking at PRI.
Yeah, so for this year we introduced our HPX, which is a hydraulic roller lifter for all applications, and it's a redesigned body, it's a redesigned inners, so it allows you to run a lot stronger camshafts, a lot more RPM for just a little more cost. So really it's the holy grail. It's something that lasts longer, more performance, and just a little bit of cost.
Well, Nolan, going into that, let's talk about the specifics, because people want to know why it's going to work. Let's go through the mechanics of your new lifters.
Okay, so the new lifters, we design the internals, and a lot of times the ones that you can buy off the shelf, they're not engineered correctly, and so you get a lot of blow-by of oil, which allows it to squish. So at any kind of RPM or pressure, it squishes and you lose the cam lift and duration. So what cam that you think you're running, you're really not running, you're losing that performance. So with the lifter, the push rod stays at the right height, and not only that, it doesn't compress, it actually follows the profile.
Talk a little bit about the Bigfoot effect. That's one of the things a lot of people don't realize. I pick stuff up. I'm not a dummy. Typical roller needles, you're only talking about 2 or 3 of the needles actually supplying the force that's on the pressure that's inside the lifter. You guys have come up with something that's much more advanced. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, sure. The needles, anytime that you're actually rolling on the needles, the contact patch between the wheel and the needles is only about 3 of the needles. So you have all that load, all that dynamic pressure going up the lobe is only on 3 needles. So with the bushing, it runs on hydraulic pressure. So we all know how strong hydraulic pressure can be. And so what it does, it runs on the bed of oil, and it takes that footprint that's 3 needles and puts it all the way around the lifter to share the load. So it's about 350 to 400% extra load capacity that it will take. So it's night and day compared to what it was. And not only that, there's no metal-to-metal contact. When you first started up, ours has a little more friction because of the break-in oil. But from startup, needles start wearing down metal to metal right away. So from the start, it's getting worse. But with ours, as long as your oil is clean and everything like that, it can just keep on running. And most of the life that you get out of it is about 3 or 4 times more than any needle application.
Beyond just the life, what is the real true advantage to your product with that, to the racer and the guy that's running on the street as well?
Yeah, I mean, just even the guy that's running on the street. Like, we even do these for Harley Davidsons now, because the Evolutions have a terrible lifter that fails. And so they called him and said, hey, my buddy's running this in his LS1 or his Chrysler. Can you do these for a Harley? And we thought, sure, why not? So we take the Harley lifter, and all we do is put in the bearing into it, the easy roll bushing, and the guys get unlimited life out of it. No more problems, no more anything, just because it's a better engineered piece, and it's just a new technology that they didn't think of. So this makes all the difference in the world. Performance, they don't have to tear apart the engines. Everything lasts a lot longer.
Let's talk about that long term too. One of the things that we've talked about multiple times is the evolution of technology in valve train. Did you ever think from, as my aforementioned solid lifter, my 69Z28, 302, did you ever think lifter technology, let alone any of the valve train technology, was ever going to keep evolving to the point it has today?
No, it's amazing. When I was first doing simulations and things when I was younger, when everybody started doing that, when you saw some of the Hertzian stresses through the valve train, or you saw that spring surging under high-speed cameras and things like that, you would have never thought those things happened. But you would have never thought you could design those out of a valve train. So as you move forward, it's unbelievable. We ran a Pro Stock in the 80s, and we were struggling to go 7 seconds. And this year we had the drag week winner was running our lifters, and he would drive 300 miles and then run a 650. So that is almost impossible, but it's because every single piece is engineered to last and also give performance. So it's a double sword there, without costing, we call unobtainium. But nowadays the technology is so fantastic. You have so much more access to better metals, better machining. Everything is just much more accurate.
All right, Nolan, if anybody wants to know about the Easy Hydro or any of the great products from the Isky family, where do we go?
IskyCams.com. You can I'll get all our information there, and then you can reach us at our factory, and we're also on Facebook.
Well, you know what? I know that if I call up there, I've gotten you on the phone, because if I have questions, you can even talk to the man himself. You know where to go, IskyCams.com. It's Power Auto Media right here, PRI.